Good morning, students. Our new chapter today is ratio analysis. First of all, we will be doing the theory on ratio analysis. Some of the theories you must know. Before that, this is the syllabus. This time we have reduced syllabus. Three ratios are not there in the profitability ratios. EPS, P, and one more is not there. ROE. These three are not there. But what is there is current ratio and quick ratio under liquidity ratio, solvency ratios. These four ratios are there: debt to equity, proprietary, debt to total asset, and interest coverage. Under activity or turnover ratios, we have trade receivable turnover ratio, trade payable turnover ratio, working capital turnover ratio, and inventory turnover ratio. And under profitability, we have gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, operating profit ratio, and operating ratio. This is our syllabus. What is meant by ratios? First of all, it is a relationship between two figures expressed in arithmetical terms. Ratio is the relationship between two figures expressed in arithmetical terms. It can be expressed in the form of fractions, that is in the ratios, or as in the form of rate, or percentage, or even times. Even times. Under times also ratio can be represented. Times. Next, ratio analysis we will be doing. What is ratio analysis? Ratio analysis is the study of relationship among various items or group of items in financial statement. Analysis means nothing but study of relationship among various items or group of items in financial statements. For example, if I will say, study the relationship of profit with sales, study the relationship of equities with total asset. So these are ratio analysis. Next, two objects of financial ratios. So why do we make financial ratios? Objectives: to locate the weak spots of business which need more attention, and to be helpful in judging the liquidity, profitability, solvency, and activity of the business. Give two limitations of ratio analysis. Ratio analysis becomes less effective due to the price level changes. It is affected by personal bias of the analyst. Ratio analysis becomes less effective due to price level changes, and it is affected by personal bias of the analyst. So these are the limitations: personal bias, and it becomes less effective when the price level changes considerably. Then we have these types of ratios. We have already done in the syllabus. Current ratio. One more thing, current ratios are always expressed in ratio terms only, like 2:1, 2.5:1, 1:1, like that. Solvency ratio is also expressed in ratios only, like 1.75:1, except this interest coverage ratio, which is expressed in times. These are all expressed in fractions or in ratios. Okay, interest coverage ratio is shown in times. Then you have turnover or activity ratios. As the word is turnover, so it will be times, expressed in times. Trade receivable turnover ratio, how many times the debtors are paying the money in a year, how many times we are paying the creditors the money. Debt payable turnover ratio, how many times our working capital is turning in a year. Working capital turnover ratio, how many times our inventories are changing. That is inventory turnover ratio. If 4 times means the time lag is 3 months. If 6 times means every 2 months these variables are taking place, these changes are taking place. Like debtors are paying every 2 months. If 12 times means every month debtors are paying us. Like that. Profitability ratios, they are 6, 7 in number, but only 4 in the syllabus. GP ratio, NP ratio, operating profit ratio, ROI, EPS, and PE is not there in the syllabus this time. Let's see this liquidity ratio we will be doing in the next class. So we have done the different types of ratios and their, what we say, theory part. we will be doing in the next video the liquidity ratios. You will be just going through the learning part. You will learn these ratios, these things, and next class we will do the next part.